Well, we're ready for the Fostoria. I hope you're ready. I'm not. This is one of those things I've been putting off because I don't know exactly how to handle it. And I'm not as knowledgeable about Fostoria as you may think I am. I get my information where everybody else gets theirs. I go on the internet and look it up. So, you're looking at my table. Now this, what you see tonight, is what I bought at the US 68 yard sale. I mean, that was just, I don't know how to describe it when I walked up and saw that table full of Fostoria. Couldn't believe it. And the man, he was a fun guy. He was going out of business. He said he was going to move back to California, where he was from, and he's clearing out his shop. So he was getting rid of stuff. So he had more, I think, in his shop in Carlisle. But this was overpowering to me, what you see here. Now I'm going to be going back and forth around the table, trying to explain things that I don't know what I'm explaining, but maybe you'll get enough out of it to see what I have. Now, you've seen my other Fostoria with my big punch bowl, my big cake stands, and all those pretty serving pieces. So they're on the other end of the room by the window. And these are going to be sitting here until I figure out what to do with them. So, I'm not sure where to start, but I'm going to pick up things. We'll talk about them as we go. And let me get up, and I hope you hear me okay from where the camera is standing. And I think I'm going to start with something that most of you interested in Fostoria keeps asking. You keep asking about the glasses. Now this is what I'm going to show you. Let me put some of these things aside so I'll make a little more room. And give me a chance to explain. All right, now this is what I know. We're going to take this glass right here. I'm going to show it to you up close. It's got the hexagon, 1, 2, 3, yeah, got the hexagon base to it. It's got the tall stem. You can see a band around the top. And I think this is about 6.5, 7. I should got my little ruler, but it doesn't matter. You see it, and you see what it looks like. And this is water glass. A water glass. That's number 1. The next biggest one, is this. Now you see how it's shaped a little different. It curves at the bottom, but it doesn't have a neck to it. You just barely can get your thumb and your finger in there to hold it. And the thing I see about it is it has a round base. Now I don't understand why some of the glasses have round bases and some have the hexagon base. But this is your iced tea glass. Goes all the way to the bottom. All right, I'm going to set that aside. We have another glass. Looks just like that, only it's got a little bit of a neck. You can get your fingers in there, and it too has the round base, the band around the top. This is another water glass. So you've got the tall water glass and the about 5-inch water glass and your iced tea. There's 3 glasses. What else? Sure, there's another one. Look here. It goes all the way to the bottom too with the round base. And it's about 4.5 inches tall. This is definitely a juice glass. It can't be anything else. It's the exact size you would pick up if you were going to give somebody a glass of orange juice for breakfast. So there you have. I'm going to put these back on the plate so you can see them good. There's 3, 4. 4 glasses. Can you see them okay? Where's my hand? Okay, there's the juice glass, the iced tea glass, water glass, and water glass. Now, we have more glasses. Heavens above. Let's move these aside and see if we can pull out the other glasses. Gonna pull this forward a little bit. Put the juice glass back out of the way. And what do we have? We have a wine glass. I had never seen the wine glass. It's got the little hexagon base too. I had never seen the wine glass, didn't even know it existed. It's about 4 inches tall, and I think it is so cute. And I've only got 4 of them, but they're just precious, and I'd like to have at least 6, maybe 8 of them. They're just precious. So those go aside. That's, how many glasses now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 glasses so far. Well, we don't want to stop there. Look what else we've got. We've got a tumbler. Now this tumbler flares out a little bit at the top. It's about, you know, they vary inside. They're like in between 4.5 and in between 4.5 and 4 3/4, and they vary so little that it's hard to keep up with the exact measurements. And they really don't have exact measurements because of the way they were made and the way they were buffed and finished. It causes them to be maybe 1/8 of an inch off in different pieces. But this is a tumbler, and it flares out. That's glass number 6. Well, let's see, what else have we got? Look what I found. This is about at least 5.5, 6 inches tall. It's the only one I have. Now, I'm not sure about it. I'm assuming it's Fostoria. It looks, it feels, everything about it. It's the tall tumbler. And there's another one. I think this is what they call a child's milk glass. It's just like the big one, except it's just about 4 inches tall. A child's milk glass. You could also use it for your juice glass if you wanted to. How many glasses we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 glasses. How do you like that? I bet you didn't know there were that many glasses. And I love every one of them. I only have 2 of this. I've got 5 of the flared glass, 1 of this, 4, no, I've got 7 of the little wine glasses, and I've got, I don't know how many I've got of the juice glasses because they're in the cabinet somewhere. But these are the ones that I got at the 68 yard sale. Now, what I want to show you next is something you need to know. And people ask the question all the time. All the time. And I think, when are they going to get it through their head? There's a difference between Whitehall and Fostoria American. Now, I've got the Whitehall. It was about 45 years ago. I bought these in a set at McAlpin's in the first mall that Lexington had. Now, what I'm going to show you now is the Whitehall iced tea glass. We're going to compare it with the Fostoria. Now, take a good look. Well, I can't get them up. Okay. Take a good look at the difference. The Whitehall is about a ½ inch taller. And see the base at the bottom? It goes all the way to that circular base. This one has enough room for you to stick your fingers between. That's the difference. Whitehall and Fostoria iced tea glasses. Then we have water glass. Where's my water glass? This is Whitehall. See, it goes all the way to the base. It's kind of fat. This is your Fostoria. Look close and remember what you're looking at. Look at the difference in the height. There's about 3/4 of an inch difference in the height of this water glass and this water glass. I hope I'll pull back here a little bit. Let me hold it at the bottom. Maybe that'll help you see it a little better. There we go. This is Whitehall. This is Fostoria. They're both water glasses. All right. Juice glass. Here we go. Whitehall. Whitehall juice glass. It's about 4 inches tall. Fostoria. See, it's probably 3/4 of an inch taller. See the difference? There are your juice glasses. Now keep that in mind. And if you can't remember, come back and look at this video and see what I showed you and take a picture of it with your camera when you go out to shop. Those are the main things you need to know, because those are the #1 questions that people ask. Now let's see, where do I want to go from here? We're just going around the table a little bit. You see this pretty dish? Oh, I love this dish. According to the internet, this is a mayonnaise bowl. Now, it's got a little pedestal, see? You can get your fingers right around that pedestal at the bottom. A mayonnaise bowl. I'll show you another mayonnaise bowl. Look just like that one, but it doesn't have the base the same. See the difference? This is another mayonnaise bowl, but it has an underplate. Now, I know this is not a bread and butter plate because I can feel the ridge around here. There's a little ridge, and if this was a plate, it would be smooth. So, my mayonnaise bowl sits right inside that ridge. See how pretty that is? See how it sparkles? Boy, people won't be impressed when I set table with this. All right. Now, let me see where I want to go next. I'm going to show you this little bowl. Someone said this was Whitehall. No, this is Fostoria. I looked it up, and it's called a trifle bowl. Now, I've talked about trifle. I showed you a trifle recipe. And if you're saying there's just 4 of you, oh, this is the perfect size. See, it's got a flat bottom, it's got the flat sides, and once you put a strawberry trifle in this, it's going to draw attention from the people sitting at your table. A trifle bowl, it's about 5.5, 6 inches across and about 6 inches tall. So, remember what you saw here. Now, somebody may call it something else, but you heard it here. Let's look at something that people are usually puzzled about. I'm going to get over here where I can get to these other things. What you're looking at here is a hair receiver. You see that around here where the 2 bowls come together? See how they separate? One of these bowls has a hole in the top. Some people think it's a candle holder. Well, right now, that's exactly how I'm using it. I've got it on the table here, and I've got a little fake, well, I can't see, you can't see it. I have to pick it up. Okay. You can see a little bit of a light in there. If I turn it sideways, that's not going to help you either. But anyway, there it is. You can see the light in the bottom. So you can set a candle in there, and you've got the opening in the top half for it to breathe. And I've got 2 of these, and they make a beautiful setting on a dining table, and you don't have to worry about anybody getting burnt or anybody blowing the candles out. So 2 of those I have. Now we were talking about the mayonnaise dish. These are beauties. I like the small items. There's just something so delicate about them. Now I already had this. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the one I had. You see this pretty little dish? Isn't that precious? It's got a lid to it. And it's got the 3 feet. The kind of what they call the dog feet. This is, what did they call this? I don't remember them saying what it was called. But this, when I looked at it, I said, that's a mayonnaise dish. If you don't have very many at the table, you don't need much mayonnaise, this would work perfectly for a mayonnaise dish. Any kind of little dressing or sauce. Now that's the one I already had. This is the one I got at the U.S. yard sale. It does not have feet. No feet. But it's just like the other one. Same little top. And it's sparkly. Very sparkly. Very pretty. I don't want to knock the top off and break it. But anyway, I'm not sure that top goes on there. But anyway, it fits. So, you've got that. It's even a nice little dish for a dressing table where you want to drop your earrings down in there. And that way you know where they are. You can find them when you need them. So those are 2 little dishes I had not seen out anywhere. And I like them very much. Now speaking of glasses, this one's going to get you. Look at this. This tiny little fella. Isn't that the cutest thing? So cute. You can see how my fingers are. That's how big it is, right there. One place it said an egg cup. Now that's the first thing I thought of. But I thought, no, I don't think I'd put a boiled egg in a pretty little glass like that. So another one says, it's a whiskey glass. You know the Western movies? You get the glass of whiskey. Yeah, there's your whiskey glass. I just have one of these. But my thought was, if you had little granddaughters, wouldn't they just love that to play with in our playhouse? I think I would have when I was a little girl. But we're going to add to that. Oh, these are precious. Just precious. And I've got 4 of them. These are shot glasses. Uh-huh. You're having a party. There you go. You've got your shot glass. But I just have 4, and I would like to have at least 2 more of these. I didn't know they existed until I bought them at the US 68 yard sale. So, well, let's see, where do we go from here? We might as well get the butter dish. This is a very, very pretty butter dish. I don't think you'll find one any prettier than this. I'm going to take it off there. I want it up close where you can get a good look at it. Now, isn't that pretty? And when this light above me shines down that, you can't see it from this side, but from the back side, it just glistens. Nothing could be any prettier on your table than this butter dish, and you can put anything you want inside the dish. It's very heavy, very thick. I'm going to set it aside. Now, that would be an expensive piece if you were buying it in an antique shop. This little thing, I have no idea. I don't think it has anything to do with Fostoria, but it was included. It's a salt dip, you can tell that. But I'll put it with my Fostoria. It's cute enough, you know, it glistens, real shiny, but it's not the exact same pattern. I didn't mind, he gave it to me. Now, okay, these were the plates. One is a tiny bit smaller than the other. It sits right in it. So I don't know if it's just in the making of each plate that they weren't the exact same size, but they're almost. So I'm assuming these are both dinner plates. I can't tell by the feel, but we'll just assume these are dinner plates because they're about 8.5 to 9 inches around. Now these are sitting on my antique cake stand. This cake stand runs about 16 inches across, and it's the biggest one I've ever seen. It's one I got at an estate sale, and I wouldn't take anything for it. It dates back to 1905. You see how old it is? I don't want that to get broken, that's for sure. So that goes back on top. I'll just put my little candle up there. See how it would look. So you can work around something like that, you know, make a very pretty table decoration. Let's go to the candle holders. Oh boy. Now I already have the double candle holders. You know what I mean, the ones that old-fashioned one that had 2 candle holders in one. I've got 2 of them, But I got the tall candle holders this time. See that? Isn't that pretty? And I'm just real glad to have these. I already had the little short candle holders. I probably won't be using them much because they just don't stand out. Let's put it that way. All right. Here's something. Of course, I say this about everything. I just love, I just love. Now, I already had this one. This is what you would call the 6-inch, I think. I've got a little message at the top of my screen, and I'm going to try to remove it. It bothers me. There we go. Now, you see the size of this. Now, you can tell this is Fostoria because the handle goes all the way to the top, all the way. That's one of the main things you can look for in the big water pitcher. This pitcher, I don't know what this pitcher is. Doesn't matter what it is. If it'll hold orange juice, that's what it is. If it holds tea, it's tea pitcher. So, just however you want to use it. And this is the other one I got. But, let me think. No, this goes with a sugar bowl. This is a large, very large sugar bowl. I don't know if it had a lid, and I'm going to guess that it did not because of the way the top is smooth and rounded. It doesn't look like there's anything that would go together. So this is a very big sugar bowl, and this is the cream pitcher, and it's just a beauty. Very pretty. So I'm going to put them on the table. Nobody has really identified these bowls, but they just make nice little relish bowls. If you were having a party, you could put blueberries, olives, all sorts of little things, mandarin oranges, I can't think what else, whatever you serve at parties. You know what you serve at parties. So I've got 4 of these, this size, and I've got 2 that are larger. So you can have your celery or any of your relishes in those dishes. Now here is this small cream and sugar. Let me show you the difference. In this one and this one. See? See the difference? How much bigger that one is than this one? Okay. Cream and sugar, the small ones. But they have a little tray. This little tray, don't confuse it with any other thing, because it is a tray for your small cream and sugar. It's not called anything else but that. And it makes them look very pretty when you've got them on this little handled flat dish. So I got those at the yard sale too. Let's see, I'm trying to think what I will show you next. I'm going to have to go back to the other side of the table. Now, this is the Fostoria butter dish. I've also got the Whitehall butter dish. There is a difference. And you will notice one of the differences is this one is very shiny and pretty. Another difference is this little handle at the end. See that little handle? This is about 1/8 of an inch smaller than the Whitehall. And turn it upside down. The bottom of this dish is clear. The one with Whitehall has the starburst. So that's what you can keep in mind when you're looking to see if you've got the Fostoria butter dish or the Whitehall butter dish. Just if you put the two together, it's hard to tell when you don't have things together. But when you put something side by side, then you can look at it and realize which is the real thing. I'm going to bring up a few things. A few now. Yeah, let's see if I can get them all arranged. See how many I've got. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3. There's got to be more. I can't figure them out. See what this one is. Okay, I think we've got them here. These are sherbet dishes, or champagne glass. Let me set these down or I'll break one of them. I've got 4 different ones here. This is your tall stem with the round base. I'm getting out of the camera range. It has the flared top to it. I looked it up, sherbet dish. Oh, here's another tall one. But it has the hexagon base, tall stem. Another sherbet dish. We're gonna have a lot of sherbet. Now here's this lower stem. It's got the round base, the band around the top. Another sherbet dish. Oh, bring on the ice cream. And here's another one. I like the style of this one. It flares out. It's just a little, well, let me hold the two together so you can see the difference. They both have the round base. Doggone, I can't get anything straight. This one's a little taller in the stem than the other one. This one flares out, this one does not. So there's the difference in those two. The two tall stem ones. This one flares out. Where are you? There we go. I'm too far away. I can't find myself. There. See, that one has the round band, straight up and down. One with the round base, the other with the hexagon base. So, 4 different styles of sherbet dishes. Now, I want to see what I've overlooked. I know I've overlooked something. I always do. Come on around here. Oh, yes. I got a candy dish. I already have a candy dish just like it. But here you go. These candy dishes are so pretty sitting on the side table next to your chair or wherever you've got the small space that you just need something pretty that shows up, and put some nuts or some little pretty candies in that. Yes, it makes it's a finishing touch to a table arrangement, and especially a dining table. You've got 3 or 4 of these in different sizes, and you scatter them around over your table. They're gorgeous. They really are. You just have to take my word for that. Now here is the divided dish. You see how the dish is divided in the middle. I already have one like this. I think I might even have two, one a little smaller. Now this one I already had, and why I'm showing you these two dishes for a reason. Now look at the handle. Look real close. It's kind of hard to tell, but do you see a difference? See the little one, how the handle curls, kind of curves around. There you can see that little curl? Now look at the big one. It doesn't curl around. It just goes up. That's it. So I think this one may be Whitehall, because I do know that Fostoria has that little curl in the handle. See how? Looks like a little snail to me. Yeah, of course, I would. Now, what do you think? Do you think I've got enough stuff for a party? Well, I didn't even show you the punch cups. Everybody knows what a punch cup looks like. But here's the one that goes to my big Fostoria punch bowl that Jan gave me. My gosh, I was shocked when she handed me that. But she buys and sells antiques, so she has a chance sometime to come across a good thing, and she found the punch bowl and she knew I wanted one, and now I've got it, and everybody keeps saying you gotta have a party. It came with 30 of these little cups at the 68 yard sale. I picked up 11 more cups, but when I started unpacking them, one of them fell and split in two. So now I've got 40 punch cups. Can't invite but 40 people, so you better hope your name's on the list. And I do have a good punch recipe, I'll tell you that. None any better. I used it for my mother's 100th birthday party, and I was told it was the best punch they'd ever had. I'm moving this around because I'm going to sit back down, move these things aside so I don't knock them off the table. And I think we've covered everything here. Now, will somebody come and show me where I'm going to put these things? Somebody got a house big enough for me to move into that they won't notice I'm there, where I can play with my trinkets. Yeah, I call them trinkets. But when I start setting a table with them, it's serious business. And I plan to set 1 or 2 tables to use these dishes. But now, I only have 4 dinner plates. I don't know why. I never see dinner plates anywhere. But I don't think of the dinner plates as being used with vegetables and a sit-down dinner. Somehow or other, things like this need to have pretty things. They need strawberries, and they need trifle, and they need pumpkin cake, and what the lime pie. You know what I'm talking about. Pretty things, desserts and salads. Oh, the big bowls like this, filled with a beautiful green salad with strawberries and broccoli, bacon, different fruits and vegetables, and a pretty dressing. Now, I think a dressing in these mayonnaise bowls would be perfect. Be just the thing. Or you could have the dressing in a pitcher like this and pour it from the pitcher. The smaller one, that is. There's so many things you can do with these dishes. And I love the iced tea glass. Fill that with ice. Pour your iced tea in there. A little slice of lemon on the side next to your plate. What more could you want? It'll make you want to drink it just by looking at it. And I do like iced tea. So, I hope you have enjoyed seeing my new collection of Fostoria. Once I figure out where to put it, I think most of it's going to go in plastic tubs, but that's okay as long as they're protected and I know where they are and I can get to them easily. So tonight, was it tonight? Boy, I get my days all mixed up. In fact, this morning I thought, is today Monday or Tuesday? Golly Moses, every day seems like Sunday. I looked to see if today was Tuesday. Today was Wednesday. I lost 2 days. Where did it go? Where did it go? That's crazy, crazy. Yeah, but when you sit at home, one day is just like another day. I talked to my friend and she's like me. She can't drive now because she's losing her vision. And she's a lady that has been on the go doing things, and she's involved in clubs and associations and always doing those things. And now she's been hampered with her losing her vision, and she has to depend on her children or someone else to come and get her. She lives in a beautiful home on 30 acres of land. It is so pretty. She has a pond with the fountain in the middle of it. She's got a pond house with the wicker furniture where you can sit out there, and it's got a fan. Oh, I just love to go there. I love to sit in that pond house and read because she's got blossoms everywhere. And she said to me, Pat, I wish we could find a house. She likes my style too. She's always asking me to come and help her rearrange things. She paints her walls a lot. And she's always wanting my help, and I go and I look and I think, why do you need my help? I'm looking at something that's gorgeous. But she likes my taste, and I appreciate that very much. And she said, if we just could find a house where the two of us could live in it. I said, yes, but we need a service station on one corner. We want a restaurant on another corner, a pizza parlor on the other corner, and what else was there? Ice cream shop. I said, give us a place to get out and walk to, and we could meet people who are also coming for ice cream and get to know somebody else now and then, because there are people like us who can't get out because they can't drive. So I think she and I are going to invest in an Uber. And we're going to have our own Uber. And we just pick up the phone and say, be ready at 2 o'clock and pick me up. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. So I don't want to end on a downbeat because of my age, but we didn't realize what was ahead of us. The handicap. That's what it is. It's all a handicap because you're not allowed to do these things anymore. I ran into a lady in the lobby. She had a big cast type thing on her knee, and I said, "What have you done?" She said, "I stumped my toe and fell forward on my knee and cracked my knee." And I thought, that's exactly how I fell. But all I got was a bruise. Wonder how that comes about. One person can't walk, and I got a bruise. The Lord's still watching over me and telling me I've got something ahead that I need to do, and I don't know what it is, and He's going to have to tell me. So right now I'm trying to entertain some of you folks when you go to bed. I figure if you listen to me long enough, you'll fall asleep. My voice ought to put you to sleep. Now you can thank me for that if you want to. Because I don't have any trouble going to sleep. I hit that pillow and count of 10, I'm gone. Now, let me know what you think about my Fostoria. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if I need to stop right where I am, and I know that already. So thank you for watching.